How are you today? I hope everything is doing great and wonderful in God's grace. Welcome to our third week. Our lesson for the week is all about geometric sequence. At the end of the week, you will be able to illustrate geometric sequence. You will also be able to differentiate a geometric sequence from an arithmetic sequence. Before we proceed to our topic, let us have some trivia. What is the mathematical name of the division bar in a fraction? This bar. Let us answer this trivia at the last part of our video. Okay, let's go back to our topic. We have here a bank. Hey, I would like to deposit a money in a bank. It has an 8% interest rate and compounded annually. How much will I earn if I deposited 10,000? How much will it be after a year or after 2 or 3 years? Let us check this chart. Initially, I deposited 10,000. Then after a year, it will become 10,800. How did it become 10,800? By multiplying the 8% interest rate. Then after another year, it will become 11,664. And for another year, it will become 12,597.12. So the first term, A sub 1, is the principal amount. The second term, A sub 2, is 10,000 times 1.08. The third term, or A sub 3, is 10,800 times 1.08. And the fourth term, or our A sub 4, is 11,664 times 1.08. This situation is actually an example of geometric sequence. What do we mean by geometric sequence? A geometric sequence or geometric progression is a sequence in which each term after the first is obtained by multiplying the preceding term by a fixed non-zero real number called the common ratio. So for our example, the first term is the principal amount. So we're able to get the second term by multiplying 1.08 from the preceding term. Next, we were able to get the third term by multiplying the common ratio 1.08 from the second term. And the fourth term, we were able to get it by multiplying 1.08 again from the third term. Let us have more example of geometric sequence. We have here 3, 12, 48, and what comes next? Another one is 16, and our missing term is the second term. Then we have 64 and 128. How are we going to get the fourth term of this geometric sequence? It says there that we should have a common ratio. So what is our common ratio for this sequence? That is 12 divided by 3, 4. Then it means our common ratio is 4. Let us check. 48 divided by 12, 4. Yes, we are correct that our common ratio is 4. Therefore, for this sequence, our fourth term is 192. How about this sequence? We have a missing second term. What is our common ratio for this sequence? What's your answer, Guadans? Marvelous, Guadans! Our common ratio here is 2. That is 128 divided by 64. 2. Or 64 times 2 is 128. Our second term is 64 divided by our common ratio, or 16 times our common ratio. What's your answer, Guadans? You are very excellent, Guadans. Our second term is 32. Let us remember, that for us to be able to identify the missing term, first, we must have to find the common ratio. If the unknown value is a succeeding term, then multiply the preceding term to the common ratio. If the unknown value is a preceding term, then divide the succeeding term by the common ratio. Last week, you have learned the arithmetic sequence. This week, you have learned the geometric sequence. Now let us compare arithmetic sequence versus geometric sequence. What is arithmetic sequence? An arithmetic sequence is a sequence obtained by adding a common difference to the preceding terms in order to obtain the next terms. While geometric sequence is a sequence obtained by multiplying a common ratio or R to the preceding terms in order to obtain the succeeding terms. So what was our formula in finding the nth term for an arithmetic sequence? Our formula was a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 quantity d. For our geometric sequence is to find the nth term, the formula is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 common ratio raised to n minus 1. As an introduction for our next week, we have here our formula in finding the sum of an arithmetic sequence. That is S sub n, or sum of the sequence, is equal to n over 2 quantity 2 times a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 quantity d quantity. How about the formula in finding the sum of geometric sequence? That is S sub n is equal to a sub 1 quantity 1 minus r raised to n quantity all over 1 minus r. We also have here another formula in finding the sum of arithmetic sequence and the sum of geometric sequence. That's it, Guadans! Thank you so much for learning with me and always enjoy mathematics. Now let us proceed to our trivia. What is the mathematical name of the division bar in a fraction? What's your answer, Guadans? You are very brilliant, Guadans. Our answer is vinculum. This division bar between 5 over 6 is called vinculum. Thank you so much again, Guadans. God bless.